So here's some like side quests of mine that are in the future that I want to do for like just in general, like uh in my personal life that I want to do. It's like so my first side quest would be making an esports arena, and this esports arena would be like a combination of like an arcade area, a gaming cafe, if I think about it, and like an actual esports arena with like a stage and stuff like that. But instead of having like arcade that is that you have to put coins in and I get money for that, blah 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 blah. And like with gaming cafes, you pay this, yap yap yap, and you pay that to play online and for an hour. I just make it free and open for the public. Maybe for like the first 10, 20 years, I make it where I make it free and there's no reception where you don't come in and you have to go to this person uh to like I don't know like get a paper wristband but it's colored and then you get in for a day. You can go in, come out. You go out and it's like you come back in, you show the wristband, blah blah blah, and you're good. I don't know. Probably not. And I don't know about the ID thing. Probably not do that, but I still think about it. Like I'll do like an online one, and after a few, if I get enough money, bam, card, and you don't have to like pull up your phone that dies. You just have this thing. So probably not. That's kind of an option if I do want to do like uh have like someone that's reception that just checks people in. But yeah, I'll make the cabinets free. You don't have to spend like a dime. You can just open up. All the things are open, available. All the characters are available. Bam. If you want to go to like the place where you have computers and stuff, you can do that. If you break something, I'm gonna have to literally keep you. I'm gonna have to ask you to pay it right then and there. But if like you don't have that money, well, shit, you're getting a loan. I'm like, well, shit, I don't know what to do to be honest, but I don't know. I'll probably have extras in the back just to make sure. And for like like, yeah. And also we'll have competitions online, or local and inland. Like I can do competitions from like middle school teams, middle school esports teams, high school esports teams, club esports teams, teams you just made with your friends, just compete like a few times, like not compete, like not be like serious about it, but like have fun and do it. Um, Actual like professional esports teams. Um, there was another one I thought of. College esports teams. Ooh, and the military as well, like as well as military esports teams. Then and you can also make a content team for the esports if you always wanted to compete. Then there's also like um, games, like games that have there's a speedrunning community, which is one category. There's a category for speedrunning. There's a category for team games, category for sports games, and category for fighting games. And then there's the card games, which I kind of want to count as like fighting games, but not really. I think I'll just have that like four categories: um, speedrunning, team games, um, fighting games, sports games. Oh, that's five, and card games. And it can be any game as long as like there is a community that has a section for it to be online and it for you to be available to be on land, so that I don't have this weird like scoring points competition. But if like people want that, then I'll like add it. And like I feel like there's like a big competition like the Overwatch like World Cup championships qualifiers and then like nationals, something like that. I probably wouldn't do it in the esports arena. I'd probably like um if they want it in the esports arena, then I'm like, well, then I'm fucked kind of, because then it won't be as big. And the only problem is there'll be so many people there, it's like gonna be packed. So I was like, I won't have that. I won't have those type of competitions in that arena. I'll just have like you'll have to go to like a separate arena where you have to pay for the ticket to go in there and watch it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my first side quest is make an esports arena. My second side quest is to make 3 games, like my own 3 games, like no company, no help, all myself, all from scratch. First game, it would be like a combination of a bunch of games from a bunch of titles, mainstream, unique, and like no one that heard, like no one even heard about, like how and even like old titles as well. Like I'll make it'll be called like the ultimate FPS game, and then like if I want to make like tournaments for that game, then I'll be calling it like um the Gamers Gauntlet or the FPS Gauntlet, where it'd be like you can compete in this section of the game, and then if your team's like the same and not like a different team, you can be able to compete in that game. Kind of like a universal team, something like that. Kind of like a universal game, and if your team wants to compete in it, it'd be like a universal team. Like you will have 6 players because it's like that's at most. Or if you want to have like a big team, you can have 16. 32 is too much because I won't have that many computers for that. But like 16 is the highest I could probably do it at. And if it's like 32, then it's like it has to be online because I won't have space. And yeah, it'd be like 16 would be like for the TF2 section. 32 would be like the Battlefield section. It can be for also 16 for Battlefield, but not many people play that. It's like there's 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, 4-on-4s, 5-on-5s, and 6-on-6s. There can be like um, and there's 16 on 16, and then there's 32 on 32. Then there's the battle, and then there's like the battle royales area, arena or area, like not arena, section where it's like 100 players, like against each other. Same 100 players like solos. Then there's duos. Then there's trios. Then there's squads. Yeah, like that. That would be my like first game, like a bunch of FPSs, the Counter Strike series, the COD series. I have like notes of this in my like um I literally made this on my laptop, like a huge section of notes. And I think I shown it on it's on my Twitter. I posted this, and I think I also posted this on my Instagram. That I have like a huge like I sorted this out too. There'd be like in this game you can have skins, but it's all free. And if it's like a creator skin, uh, a company skin, or a celebrity skin, then I'll do like a percentage of like 99 to 1, where I get the 1 and they get the 99 if they want to do that. But if they don't want to do that percentage and they want to do 100% of the full price, then like that's fine. And the third one is like, do they want to like make money off of this? If not, then it's like, well, that's fine. I'll just make it free, and it's available for everyone. And like if the skin, I was like, what happens if you make a store and you do like a cycling section where you recycle skin, like you do you change the skins like how Fortnite does it, where like is it how many hours until they change like the skins and stuff like that. Like no, I won't do that. I'll put it in like sections for the store, like celebrities for skins. There in that section, content creators, um, they'll go in that section. Companies or like whoever company reach out to me and like, oh, they put this art style in the game, and they'll try to scam me out of like they'll give me this much money for the game or for the skin, or like this much for like working with them for that game. And like no, but I will put in that skin if you like if you gave me like certain amount of money, or like I don't know, I'll do something. But like I won't try to work with companies and shit. I'll just do this by myself. and then just like normal skins that I make or the community makes. If there's a community skin that that someone wants to make, someone made and want me to put in that game, it's like yeah, I'll just put it in like the normal store and people can buy it. There'll probably be like a lot of skins to be honest, and I'll probably do that as like a cycle. But I don't know if you buy the skin and won't not show up again for you. I'll probably be like if you bought it, that skin would go away, and if you don't like the skin, you can just like return it. It would be like it'd be like in-game returns on like um money returns. It'd be in-game money. Like you return the skin, you get this amount of in-game credits and stuff like that. And blah, blah, there's other stuff that I'll talk about, blah 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 blah. But I'm not gonna explain it. Then there's the two other games, which would be sports games, and diving into those will be pretty tough because there's a bunch of sports games that three companies already have, and they're already like c- conglomerates of it. I somehow could not figure out how to say that word. I'll make two games, a basketball game and a volleyball game. And it won't be just like beach. It'd be like indoor, beach, and grass. And there can be like game modes like snow, water, mud, and like some goofy stuff like that. But it'd mostly be like grass, indoor, and beach. I'll talk about the basketball part. The basketball would be like you know how Skate 3 was made and the way to do tricks was to do like like motion inputs kind of. I'm calling it like that because you had to do like um, a thing where you move the stick in a certain way and it would do that trick. They kind of had this in Skate 2, but I think this was mostly popular in Skate 3. So I'll do that for basketball. It's like if you're gonna do behind the back, you do like a half circle back to the right or left, and like um yeah, that'd be like behind the back. It's like a half circle forward, half circle back, and like yeah. And if you want to do spin move, then it's like an entire circle, and it could be any direction. You just gotta do it properly. Um, what about between the legs? Well, you can go. If you go right and left, then it's through the legs of like your left leg. But if it's like left and right, then it's like through your right legs. I think. I'll figure out something through the legs about that. I'll figure out something with that. It's gonna be probably pretty hard. Shooting's gonna be with like R1 or whatever the Xbox equivalent is, and it can be. This is gonna be all customizable for um controllers. I'll figure out. I don't know if I really want to do keyboard because I think doing it on controller would be way too much easier. But I'll figure out something with keyboard. What about passing? That's gonna be square. What about blocking? It's gonna be in two sections. Like if you hold circle, then you're like kind of blocking them. If you like don't hold anything, if you don't hold circle, then you're just kind of like standing there or like kind of just like fake blocking, and then you hold circle, and then you're actually blocking. I'll do that. But what about like blocking shots? Well, you can press circle, and then you actually block something. Then you're trying to steal it. And if you're in the air, like if they're going for a layup and you press X and then circle, then you're blocking a layup. Or with the jump shot, you can press X and circle, and then you're blocking, and you can like do like an actual jump block, something like that. I don't know. What about triangle? Y for Xbox. I really don't know. I thought of this and I was like so stumped on because I don't know what to. I don't know how best. I still gotta figure out basketball rules because I don't know what to put it at because I don't know how NBA 2K puts like that's button face button at the directional. What is it called? The D-pad. The D-pad's for like callouts. It'd be in-game callouts. Like if you don't have a headset or a microphone and you can do like the D-pad like in-game callouts and everyone would see it. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll probably do it as like your team can see it and your other team will also The other team wouldn't be able to see it. I don't know. It'd be really hard. I think the other if you're down the fence, you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it. But if you're on attack, you won't be able to see it and hear it. Maybe I don't know. I'll think about it. What about the triggers? I think triggers should be like passing. No, I already made that square. Fuck. I don't know. I now it leaves me with a bunch of other buttons. Then there's the pause button with the whatever it is. It's called select or options, whatever it's called on controller. And there it is. What about L3 and R3? That probably just won't do anything. I'll probably have it on nothing. You can have it a section of something, but it probably won't do anything. What about the volleyball game? That would be way more simpler because you won't have to motion inputs because there's really no motion inputs in volleyball. If you see a volleyball game from both girls and men's, well, I also split it in like teams, like high school team. No, I won't do high school or middle school or anything lower than that for basketball. What about teams for basketball? You can do YMCA, adult club, rec, which is no, that's just the same thing as YMCA rec. I'll call that rec. YMCA and rec are the same thing. College, professional, women's college, women's club team, women's rec team. Um, I think I already said women's college, and women's professional. Oh, I meant professional. Yeah, the NBA and WNBA. Then there's the D League. Now add that. Yeah, that's for teams. I probably won't be able to get like the team logo for that. So logo is gonna be like non-existent until I'm able to get like the team company itself to get permission to put that logo on that game. But I think they'll just make me sign a contract to be able to do that, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of screwed. Well, then back on volleyball. The team thing is gonna be the same thing as basketball, but I don't know. What about playing and aesthetic? The courts and like the courts, the aesthetic, the feel of it. It's gonna be different. Same thing with basketball. It's gonna be like any basketball court anywhere in the state, Canada, Central America. I'll have regions for the game if online. There's Canada as a region, North America as a region, Central America as a region, South America, Africa, Asia, um, Europe, and then Australia and New Zealand. I won't be able to do Middle East and Russia because those will be probably like for the SBS game, unless there's like an actual like region section for that. Well, no, I don't know what to do. I'll probably add it. For volleyball, then it's like same thing. Same thing with the courts. Anywhere around the world, any any college campus, any like perfect like stadium stuff like that, parks and stuff, and like whatever. The gameplay for volleyball would be square. I think square should be passing and circle should be setting. I had to really make this simple because there's no way you can do motion inputs for this game. This would be really hard. Um, I don't know. I don't know. This would be really hard because square would be passing, X would be jumping, circle should be setting, left stick should be moving. Right stick doesn't do anything. R2 and R3 and R2 don't do anything. The D-pad callouts, options, and select are, you know, the menu and stuff. The the middle button for PlayStation, I have no clue what to do about that. The bumpers and triggers, R1, R2. Hmm.
If you go left and hold X, you'll swing block. But if you go left and press X, you're just like jumping and like leaning. But if you partially hold X and go left, then you do like a half like kind of a half swing. You do like a weird swing on a swing block. Then there's those would be the rules for like both sports, like down to like the book. There will be subs, there will be transfers. It'll be like both college and professional, so I don't know. And there's um this is hard because I don't know what to do with like that one top base one because it's really confusing. I can't make triangle block because then it'd be like really weird. Because like you don't want to do like uh that and then make one of the like make the right stick where you lean left and right. It could probably work, but that'd be really hard. I'll make all this customizable. Probably R1 or left one. R1's gonna be your right hand, left one. Ah. Yeah, I'll probably make the right, like the R1 and 2 are L1 and 2, probably like right and left hand. Like if you're left-handed, I won't make it like a thing of it. Like if you want to be left-handed, you can use left. If you want to be right-handed, you can be right, and you could switch them. Doesn't matter. If you tap R1 or L1, it's a tip. If you're like tap and hold, then it's like a throw. Or yeah, a throw. I could probably make that a throw. If you hold it, I think a gauge. I think if you go halfway, if you hold it and go halfway, then it's a roll shot. Should I use right stick to like point it in a direction? Probably. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be really hard because then like, what if you block? Well, then you have to do claw, which is gonna be really weird. I think try if you're gonna block, it's gonna like jump for you. You don't have to press X. Like if you're gonna do that, that's gonna be like really complicated, and no one wants to do that. So yeah, I think I make triangle block, and X is where you jump automatically, and you you're not doing motion inputs because it's too much work. If you hold it and you go to the green part, then it's like it's in a hit. Um, Throwing would be like throwing be you can use two hands to throw or two hands to tip. Or what about you do that and you try to set? Well, just like go for a approach, jump, and then press whichever button was. Press X and then circle. If it's really fast, then you're kind of like, well, crap. Like if you setting would be like also the gauge thing. A really good set would be like kind of decently low and fast, but like if you hold it for too long, if you like go all the way to the top, then it's like a really high set. If you hold it midway, then it's lower than normal. But if you go like partial away, it can either be like a one or back one or three. Well, no, three is kind of like halfway, but I don't know. A three, a little bit. No, that's gonna be real hard. I'll decide on like how set works, but whatever. Yeah, those are like the two things I want to do for side quest on life, like my career. But my main thing is trying to go pro in like either volleyball or esports. And I'm doing that for college first. I'm going through college, trying to get like professional, like trying to go through sports and stuff. Like I'm doing college volleyball and esports, but the esports section is like this is my first time being on a team, so I'm still learning. I already understand the whole rules for NECC, but then there's new like um there's new like things like the NACE and like conferences for esports, which I gotta understand. And for volleyball, I kind of already understand the rules on it just like that, but like I don't understand how conference rules is. So yeah, that's my like side quest and stuff like that.